Yep, I think so. Yep.
We out here once again, man. Prophesying, bringing down the downfall of Babylon, man. All right, first of all, we're going to turn to the east and give our praise to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, double honors always to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us this truth. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect. The names that we just called upon are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah equals He is, He exists. That's the Father's name. Yahawashi equals He saves, He delivers. That's the Son's name. Other than, that's not, Jesus Christ is what they call Him, but that's not His true name. Yahawashi is the true name. And Rukakwadash is how you say a spirit that's hope, all right? A spirit that's set apart. And that's all in the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, also known as the Lashawan Kodash, the holy language, the holy tongue. All right. So today, man, we're gonna get into it as always. The title of the lesson is gonna be Proxy Wars and Ponzi Schemes. And that's what you're seeing upon the face of the earth. There's a bunch of proxy wars and Ponzi schemes. Proxy wars is wars fought between big countries, but they use smaller countries to do it, such as Iran and Israel, such as Ukraine, doing their thing, going against Russia, when Russia's the bigger country. But America is using Ukraine as a means to attack Russia and to hinder Russia. Okay, so you have the little guys going out first when the big guys really want to throw blows. But they know, and we know, that's going to be what? Ultimately, WW3, man. When these big countries get into battle, such as China, Russia, the U.S., all right, big countries that hold a nuclear arsenal behind them. And then Ponzi schemes is what such as like a pyramid scheme, a triangle scheme, all that type of stuff, all right, which, hey, the American dollar has become that, okay? Because you're putting all your money and all your effort into this, but it's collapsing. That's what a Ponzi scheme is, man. It's a scam, okay? So I want to start over in Ezekiel 38. Whatever you got, bro.
Yeah, no, you got one more. What's that? I'll follow your lead.
It's Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Now, today, that would be what? That would be the Russians. Okay, God, Magog, those individuals. The true land belongs to the Japhites, all right? The Japhetic individuals coming from Japheth. But their land was stolen and took by the Edomites, which are standing in that place now and calling themselves, all right, God. That's what they're calling themselves, or the Russians, okay? And they took it via various wars. You can look up the Caucasian wars, all right, and certain wars where they drove out the Japhetic people, which were of a darker complexion, that lived in those lands, man. Okay, so you have a term called Black Russians, which is true, all right, and you had Israelites that were mingled among that land as well. Just how Israelites were mingled among the Germans, we ruled Germany, Spain, all right, Ireland, Scotland, etc., etc. Hey, we reading from the KJV, King James was indeed a melanated man, all right, out of the southern kingdom. So that's important to know, that our history is a wider history than just jumping on slave ships and coming to America, okay? So the Most High is speaking against God. So he's going against Russia. So although Russia may stand up and look like and appear to be as they're for family values, they're against America and all of that, their mindset truly is a chip, man. Their mindset truly is to rule the world the same way that the YT man, that the Americans have, because Russians are YT as well. All right, so they have the same agenda. And let it pass. China has the same agenda as well. That's why Trump, DJT, Nero 47 is over there right now doing, well, he came back, but he was over there getting schemes and plans on how to implement AI in 15-minute cities and all of that to further bring this place under, you know, totalitarian government, which is absolute control of the private sector and the public sector. Everything will be controlled. All right, so verse 3, and say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So the Russians have been raised up in sort of that old Soviet Union spirit where they want the smoke, okay? They want war, and they're standing on what they, you know, they believe in and all of that, okay? And they have all bucklers and shields and horses and horsemen, which means tanks, all right, planes, all these type of weaponry, all right, that Yahawah Yahawashi has given them the ability to create and to make. This may not be known, and this is known amongst the brotherhood, of course, all right, but in the common world, people don't understand that Russia actually has a better nuclear capability than America, okay? They have what you call supersonic ICBM missiles, where they can go up in the sky and they can reach, you know, Mach 5, Mach 6, okay? So they can actually penetrate and hit America. America has nothing that can stop the Satan 1 or the Satan 2, okay? They may have a couple missiles that can go up and, you know, but the ability that's in those, that Yahawah has given them, those type of missiles, they can change and redirect course and redirect, you know, and coming at supersonic speeds, it's nothing really that can stop that, man. And we saw that from Iran attacking Israel using such supersonic weapons that they've used. Now, who is funding Iran? Who is helping Iran? That's why we're reading Ezekiel 38, because it all ties in together. Back to proxy wars, okay? Furthermore, keeping it going, verse 4, and let's read that again. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Could you get Zephaniah 3 and 8, Bible Kishore? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. This is a number of countries, among other countries that it's going to mention, that are under Russia, that are being aligned. And Yahawah said he's going to put hooks into thy jaws. So he's like fishing, man. He's pulling somebody somewhere. He's reeling them in. He's reeling all these nations in for what? A major battle. You know, you can bring it.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, says the Lord Yahawah, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my anger, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Verse 9, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, the Lashawan Kodash, Hebrew, right? That they may all call upon the name of the Lord Yahawah, to serve him with one consent. Keep going?
Nah, that's it.
Okay,
Yeah. The water. So he's what? He's bringing them all together. He's drawing these nations together to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, Jehoshaphat. He's bringing them together, man. This is what you know as Armageddon, all right, or the you know, whatever you call it, whatever. Or they make movies on it and all of that, but it's never in the way that it's supposed to be, okay? All right, with WW3 and Yahawashi appearing in the midst of all of that. And these nations, all these nations that he has drawn, pulled together, are gonna what? They're gonna turn from fighting each other, one another, and they're gonna try to fight our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Okay? So, key word being in verse 8 was to wait. We have to wait on the Lord, not to go forth and to do our own thing in a carnal mind, in a carnal sense of picking up weapons and picking up arms and going to fight and doing all of that. No, man. We're out here, we're vulnerable. We're worms. A worm in the ground, anything can come and pick it up. A squirrel, a raven, a eagle, whatever. You're vulnerable, man. So that's how we are. Our protection is Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and it's safe. Right? So going back, as we see Russia is gathering all these nations. Okay, verse 6. And well, first of all, verse 5. Because we read it, but let's break it down more. Persia. Now, who is the modern day Persians? All right, that's the Iranians. Right? That's the Persians. All right, and furthermore, going into them is the Carmanians, which was an aggressive group of them, a warlike, tribe that fought among them. And that's what you see as the, what is it, the IGRC? Something like that? Yeah. So they're fighting force that's really, their mindset is to destroy America. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we see. Okay, so the Carmanians are raised up, and that's in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, which I'll get a little later, right? So the Persians, the Iranians, are raised up. The Ethiopians, the Hamites, all right, certain nations, Libya as well, these Hamites are aligned with Russia. Now that was noted last year and a year before that, where Russia was in business with them, and they're funding them, they're giving them tanks, planes, weapons, missiles. All of this type of stuff is being trickled down to the Hamites. So Russia is in league with Ethiopia and Libya. Okay, they're aligning with them. So this is all according to the prophets. These are all according to prophecy. All according to what Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is willing on this earth. All right, now you never see your pastors talking about this stuff because they don't understand prophecy. They don't understand what's really taking place at this point in the earth. You ask, ask a pastor what's about to happen in the next year or two. He doesn't understand. He doesn't comprehend. What is the MOTB? He doesn't get it. He can't break it down to you because it's not being made known to him. Okay, verse 6. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Targamoth, the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. So the Turkish people, that's Gomer, they're aligning, and hey, they talking a lot of shit. They said that Israel is committing war crimes and all of this, and they basically want to put their hands on Israel. And if you know where Turkey is at, when Paul was writing, a lot of the churches were in Turkey. Okay, a lot of the churches was in Turkey. Okay, and hey, we expanded now. We're separated, but Turkey is right above Israel. It's right around that region. All right, so Israel can be touched by Turkey. That's the point. And Turkey has the second, more efficient military after America from those individuals in the EU. So they have the means to touch Israel as well. Okay, they're not nothing to be played around with. Their word has weight. So if Gomer is aligning with Russia, then right there, man, that's, America is, is about to be trampled. And then furthermore, you have Moab, which is the Chinese, which is aligning with Russia. Okay, they've had an alliance with Russia before Trump went over there and tried to do all these type of things. Now going back to proxy wars and Ponzi schemes, a lot of this stuff is scripted, as we see. Okay, a lot of this stuff is scripted and been drawn out to furthermore collapse the economy of America, because the bankers want to collapse the economy of America, and cause civil war, a purge, and all of that to ensue order out of chaos. Okay, so we report and we bring out what's happening in the so-called Middle East and all of that, but we're not fully invested in are you about to do it? No, we know prophecy has to happen and the MOTB has to come. It has to be made mandatory. So we're not jumping our horses. We're not ahead of the gate. We're waiting. As Zephaniah 3:8 stated, we're waiting on the Lord to bring all these nations together for WW3 to pop off. Iran can't do it all by themselves. Right? So furthermore, keeping it going, and whatever you got.
I got you. I'm following your lead. Yeah, you're going to keep going, right? Because that verse 10 is high.
Yeah. Verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company, that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is a guard unto all these nations. Is with all these nations. Follow the paper trail. Follow the alliance trail. They've aligned with the Hamites. They've aligned with Iran. They've aligned with Moab. All right. They're most likely going to align with Turkey. Okay. They're with these nations. And now you see, what was that nation that separated? Oh, the UAE. They separated from the oil coalition, and they said they're going to do their own thing. And that's what? That's damaging the dollar. So that's the dragons of Arabia that's separating, and they're gonna, align with Iran because America was not representing them and protecting them in the midst of warfare. Right? So if you fighting with somebody and they're not fighting with you, why would you hang around with them? That's not beneficial to you. So Russia is gonna be a guard upon these nations. Now you can just add all those nations and call it BRICS nations, because that's what we're seeing. An economic alliance, BRICS nation, versus who? NATO. In WW2, you had the alliance, the allies versus the axis, okay? WW1, you had a similar thing. So you have major nations, these are the head runners that, fight against the other one, and everything else in the middle is just a proxy war. So right now, we're seeing the beginning stages, the proxy wars, when the head runners, Russia, US, China, all right, they want to fight, but these things have to boil over, and the tensions have to rise, and everything has to, spiral how it's supposed to be, because the Lord, Yahawah, Hashem Yahawashi, is gathering. So whatever you're watching, whatever you're doing, you got to tie it back into prophecy. Nothing happens out of control. Nothing's out of control. Everything is happening, is coming at an appointed time. Right? Verse 8. After many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. Now when we was in Israel, was it a waste? No. It was beautiful. So this is letting you know that our land, somebody is in our land. All right? And that furthermore cuts you individuals that's talking about America is Israel. Is America a waste right now? No. No.
Okay, no, it's not. Right.
It's not. It's a waste.
Yeah,
It's a foul. I got you. Yeah, but America is flourishing, economy and all of that.
Extent,
yeah, to some extent.
Yeah.
It's importing. It's bringing all these goods in. Stuff actually grows here. You got you got a lot, man, avocados, strawberries, whatever, all these different type of fruits. You got farms here. In Israel, no, they importing everything.
Right.
The Most High has cursed that land.
Right.
All right? Because them demons are there. Them devils are there.
Right.
So that place is always a waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Talking about Russia, all right? Ultimately, nations, because Israel will be hit with nukes.
Right.
And this is what people don't want to accept. Okay? And the most likely nation to do it, as we're reading in this chapter, is Russia. It's God. Okay? They're going to think an evil thought.
Right.
That's what's going to take place.
That's verse 10.
Verse 10. Thus saith Yahawah power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Now, nuclear warfare is ultimately, it's an evil thought, man.
Yes.
Because you're hitting, nobody perishes being innocent, but you're hitting everybody.
Neutral destruction.
Yeah, nuclear destruction. People that aren't even a part of the war. All right, civilians that's just caught in the crossfire. They're getting took out. We're talking about millions of individuals getting took out, okay? That had nothing to do with anything, but hey, that's why we have to trust in Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi to get us up out of this, okay? Because when Russia and China and all these different nations align and send nukes over to America and Israel, okay? We don't have no defense of that. What did I say earlier? We're worms. Okay? Can you fight against a nuke? Can I fight against? No. We're done. So we have to wait for Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi and pray that he takes us out as it says, the righteous are sparsely saved, which, you know, barely, by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we're up out of here. You know, and we pray to be delivered. But we have to put forth the effort and do the right things, repent and convert, Acts 3:19, to be delivered. All right, keep the faith in Yahawashi and keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of Yahawah to the best of our ability. Okay, we're saved by faith and works, not just faith, how a Christian would tell you. Because a Christian wants to take the accountability out of all situations. Okay? Furthermore, it's only our nation. Okay, I have to say that because you got certain individuals like TGC that are now aligning and saying that Gentiles can be saved, that they are a part of that great multitude in Revelation 7 and 9, but they fail to understand the scriptures. All right? No, that great multitude is talking about Israelites that may be in other nations that may look like the heathens, but they are indeed Israelites because their bloodline goes back to what? To Jacob. Such as, you know, Wimba,
Wimbenyambe.
yeah, Wimbenyambe, you know, that individual, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know, he's known as the Greek freak. Grew up in Greece, but that dude's a Jake, okay? You know, so you got Jakes that are in different land masses, growing up in maybe Africa, China, Australia, whatever it may be, okay? So that great multitude is talking about those, and furthermore, the 1/3, okay? The men, women, and children that may not, you know, be prophets, but they believe and they trust and they seek Yahawah Sham Yahawashi. Their ability is not to go forth and prophesy and stand on the corner and produce lessons, but they believe and they support the ministry in the best way that they can. All right? So verse 11, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Now, as I stated earlier, America can be took. America has already actually been penetrated through Biden allowing all these individuals to come in and enter the land. So you have Moab, Elam, Ishmaelites, all these different nations that have infiltrated via the border system, right? You know, so America has already been infiltrated. It's a land of unwalled villages. Furthermore, in doctrine and understanding, everything is produced here. All right, everything. You can buy anything. Black market. You can serve and worship any type of religion, any god. You can't do that in Iran. You can't do that in Iraq. You can't do that in some of these countries, man. You can't do that in China. This is a land of unwalled villages. Everything is allowed here. And furthermore, Israel, okay? They're what they call it, the Iron Dome? You know, that's been penetrated. That's no longer stable. So it's been exposed, man. So we're seeing this devil being exposed for who he is, and his power is failing. And it's beautiful to see that, man. And that's how we know the time for us to get up out of here is almost there. Right. So the Russians, these other nations are going to penetrate these unwalled villages. And I will go to them that are at rest. All these Americans that are at rest. They don't understand, they don't comprehend what's really taking place. You know, they think that this place is going to continue, it's going to endure 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. They don't see America in it. They can't see it. When, hey, Esau is painting it on every single movie that he's putting out. You know, you watch Running Man? You watched it? Hey! Yeah, that's my shit. I watched it like 2 days ago.
Man. You see Jake out there preaching?
Yeah. I saw Jake out there preaching. I saw my reel. I like, see Jake out there preaching?
Yep. He had a garment on and everything.
He had a garment on and everything.
He ran right by.
Yep. Running Man, man.
Yep.
That's what they're going to do to the prophets. Okay? They're going to paint us as some delinquents. All right? Full of debauchery and all this wickedness and madness. And we just want to kill, steal, and all. What? No. Just because we preach with passion and we, you know, prophesy the destruction of this place, okay, that doesn't mean, you know, that we are wicked or anything like that. We hate the enemy. You should hate your enemy. Why would you love oppression? Why would you love the oppressor? Okay, now in that movie, furthermore, they showed how they use AI and deepfake to change and alter your words. And we see that with certain brothers' videos already, where they're doing those type of things. I rewatch my video back sometimes, and when I say Yahawah, it'll say Yahweh.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't say Yahweh, what? You know, or I say Yahawashi, it'll say Yeshua.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the internet, the caption is automatically, it's on autopilot to deceive,
Right.
to give people the wrong name. What if somebody's watching a video and they're deaf?
Right.
Okay, they're gonna think I'm saying Yahweh.
Right.
You know, and they're gonna be saying that in their mind.
Right.
You know, that's why it's important to do name breakdowns
Right.
and things of that nature, right? Because Satan, these are the wiles and the strategies and the tactics of the devil, how he's attacking us, man.
We got 11, verse 11.
Yeah, verse 11.
I got to back up to that.
Backing up that Ezekiel 38 and 11, I'm in Isaiah 47, start at verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, you Americans with a triple K, you prosperity gospel loving Negro, Christian, Latinos, backsliders, Esau-Yim and the other nations, right? That's given to pleasure, man. You know, you got dollar menus and shit. You know, EBT, right? Given to pleasures, right? You name it. That dwelleth carelessly. You was mentioning that earlier. The land of unwalled villages.
Yeah.
That dwell carelessly. That's careless to have unwalled villages. It says, that saith in thy heart, I am. That's very arrogant and proud. To say I am. Only the Most High is Yahawah. I am. I am. What do you mean Yah? Yahawah, I'm Salakia. I am. I am deliverer. I am savior. I am Yahawah. He is. America, you're not I am. You are I'm not. It says, and none else besides me. That's that arrogancy of these damn devils. They said that I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow. Neither shall I know the loss of children. This is how they feel. Arrogancy, the proudness of these damn devils here in America with a triple K. The modern day Jake, Kisha Latino feel the same way. I remember I was talking to an Issacharite, I think the same day we met up at Trader Joe's that day when we got the rosemary.
Yeah. Hey, that rosemary ate the water.
Yeah, inhaling that. That makes you smart.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm talking to Issachar. He worked there. We talking about America. He agreed, but he said America can't fall. Like, nah, bro, it can't fall. You must be out your mind. It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Isaiah 47 and 8, 47 and 9. But these two things shall come upon me in a moment, in one day, like in a split second. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of your sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. And it goes on a little bit further, but it's just want to back up that Ezekiel 38, verse 11. You got it a lot.
And man, that's crazy that Issachar, right? Okay, his land, you know, this was his land for a time period.
Right.
All right, for damn near over 1,000 years, man. You know, because the Northern Kingdom got here around 700 BC, and it was took around 1500 AD.
Yeah.
So they dwelt here for about 1,000 years, damn near 800.
Yeah.
You know, and you're sitting here talking about America can't fall, bro. What? That's Stockholm syndrome at the most. Okay, you want your oppressors to continue. So a mindset like that, nah, they gotta go, man.
Right.
You know, Jake is that's foolishness. And once again, why would you love the oppressor, man? Like you love being oppressed. So going back
I
to
got one more bubble.
Oh yeah, bring it out.
Jeremiah 50, start at verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. Verse 23, Jeremiah 50. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken via nuclear missiles?
Yeah.
Right?
And hey, the elders brought it out, 2 camps ago, I believe. They calling that new Operation Hammer or something? Epic Hammer or some shit
Epic
like
Hammer, right.
Yeah.
Come on. Jeremiah 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? That's America with a triple K, is the hammer of the whole earth. And Israel is the one that's swinging the hammer. It says, how is Babylon, America with a triple K, become a desolation among the nations? Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee. See, America doesn't understand. The Most High laid a trap for your ass. Like a rat don't know a trap is there. He laid a trap for thee. And you are also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. You're not aware that there's a trap waiting for you, Esau. You damn fool. It says, you are found and also caught. You know, like if you set a trap and an animal pulls the trap away, and you come by and try to find the trap was right here, but now it's gone. Damn, man, where's my prey? But the Most High said, I found you, I set a trap for you, I found you, and you are caught. It says, because you have striven against the Lord Yahawah. You's a fool for striving against the Most High. You got it a lot. That was Jeremiah 50, verse 22 through 24.
Yeah. It's like the Hansel and Gretel scheme, because he's allowing you, you've been a golden cup in his hand. He allowed you to get fat. All right? But now it's time to cook, man. All right? So the Most High allowed you to run rampant and do all of this for your appointed time. But now your appointed time of destruction is here. And it's beautiful. But you've been so comfortable these last 250, and furthermore, Edomite kingdom damn near 600 years. All right, since they came out of them caves and began to take over. Okay, so you've been comfortable for all those years. You know, so I would see it. Yeah, you can't see your kingdom falling. It's damn near half a millennium you've been in power. Right? But it most definitely will fall. Just like Rome fell before. Alright, it will fall once more. And that's beautiful. And this is why, Jake, man, you gotta hold on. Because what is our reward? An everlasting kingdom. An everlasting rulership. The saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever and ever and ever, 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 man. Okay? Never declining, never, no, only getting better. We're only gonna be more and more efficient. Okay? And I'm not talking about just via our kids, I mean us. These everlasting bodies we're gonna receive are only gonna get better and better and better, man. No need to eat, drink, all of that. We're only gonna learn more and more. The universe is forever expanding. The Most High is, he's stretching forth the heavens.
Esau said he saw his technology. You know, he got that Hubble telescope.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can go to Costco and buy a telescope for for $1,500, $2,000. You can see pretty good.
Yeah.
This nigga got a $300, $400, $500 million telescope.
Yeah.
What do you think he sees? And scientists has proven and shown that the universe is expanding every moment, every second. It's expanding, bro.
Yeah. And it takes, man, I did a lesson on it yesterday. I can't remember. It takes about like 300 something million years just to get out of our galaxy. It might be in the billions. You know, I have to look it up, but you can't get out.
Right.
And that's in light years.
That's in light years.
You know, we can't even.
Wow.
So that's how big the Milky Way is. And then you got the Andromeda, you got the nebula, you got all these different galaxies that we'll be able to expand and move into. So we need that technology to go from third dimension to fourth dimension. Right. The technology of the chariots.
Right.
Okay. I watched this dude on the YouTube, Mr. BB333, and he's actually clocked a chariot, and he said it was moving at like 100,000 miles per hour, man.
Shit, I got one better than that, Milan. It was an article I read a couple years ago. You know, like I said, with that Hubble telescope, Esau could see far out. I think it was a Milky Way galaxy area. They said they saw an object cruising at 1 million miles an hour.
See?
Cruising. The article said cruising at 1 million miles an hour.
Yeah.
Woo, woo,
I believe that, and we gotta have, you know,
woo.
That's the power, that's the technology that, hey, Jake, we're gonna be inheriting, man. But a lot of Jake, you don't want to inherit that. You want a damn Lamborghini that can only go 200. All right, that's it. That's your standard. That's your height. That's foolishness, man. Okay? I want a chariot that can change shape. Okay? Take me wherever I want to go. And I want the ability to be able to teleport. I got mad yesterday because I can't fly.
Right.
I want to fly, boy.
Bro.
I'm just like, y'all just want to go.
Right, bro. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got one real quick.
Bring it out.
I got another one. I'll find it in a minute. Ezekiel 35 start at the top. Ezekiel 35 from the top. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, modern day America with a triple K, modern day, and prophesy against it. What do you think the men of Great Millstone, the men of Black Doctrine, are doing week in and week out? We're prophesying the downfall of America with a triple K, as well as ushering in the coming of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. It says, verse 3, Ezekiel 35, and say unto it, Thus says the Lord Yahawah, by Shem Yahawashi power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. That's not good, bro. If the Most High is against you, you ain't got no options. I mean, you ain't got, bro, well, my neighbor is against me. Well, I got my family, I got my other neighbor. But when the Most High is against you, you ain't got no options.
And own that, man. The TGC, the IUI, don't know, the ISUP, crazy. These individuals, how are you prophesying against Mount Seir when you're taking grants and 501(c)(3)s from Mount Seir? Right. You're in bed with Mount Seir, man. All right, you talking about the Gentiles can be saved. You talking about Mount Seir can be saved. Woo. So you don't see the blasphemy of that statement, man? These guys are gone. They far gone. You got it.
Far gone. Ezekiel 35, verse 3, and say unto it, Thus says the Lord Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and the hand of the Most High Yahawah is the angels. You can read that in Psalms 91. It says, and I will make thee most desolate. There's nothing you can do about it. Esau, Edom, Ammon, Moab, Ishmael, prosperity, gospel lover, Catholics, Seventh-day Adventists, it don't matter. There's nothing you can do about America with a triple K being destroyed. It must be destroyed, man. How do you expect to get a new kingdom unless you lose the one you got?
Yep.
How you expect to get a new job unless you quit this one?
Yeah.
How you expect to get a new house unless you move from this one?
Yep.
How you expect to get a new kingdom, man, unless you lose this one, man? If me and Yaramya could have took this damn devil out, we would have been did it. But we ain't got drones and aircraft carriers and jets and shit. But our power does. Take this man out of power. This is his fight, man. Yahawashi said, it is in my heart to take this man out of power. Isaiah 63.
Yep.
You got it, Malak.
And it's in his heart to give us the kingdom.
That's right.
All right, the Most High wants to give us the kingdom. So Jake, he wants to give you your inheritance. But you keep pushing back. I don't want that 2 million. I don't want that 100 million that you're trying to give. I don't want that. Man, it's far greater than that. Okay, your inheritance is rulership of the universe, bro. A king and a priest. It's no higher than that, man. You know what I'm saying? We are being put beside Yahawashi, of course, being under him, but being joint heirs, given a peace, being joined in inheritance. That's what a joint heir means. So we've been given a piece of the pie, all right? Because he's an honorable big brother. He wants his little brothers to be having it too. But Jake, right now, you in a crab barrel mentality. You just want to come up and you don't want nobody else to get it. All right? That's why you see Sakari and them extorting their members. All right? All these individuals, man. Just group them all in one. Every single false camp, man. Extorting their members. You need the social security number and all this BS. What is that about? So you can align with Mount Seir once again. You've been had. You've been found out. You've individuals that found them, follow them, you've been had. And you individuals that preach and push out that bullshit, you've been found out by the true prophets, bro.
That's right.
Ultimately through Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi, man.
That's right.
All right? Through the Spirit revealing it.
That's right. And hold on, Malak. You brought up with the word heritage, right?
Yeah.
It's like inheritance. 1 Peter chapter 1, start at verse 3. Blessed be, 1 Peter chapter 1, start at verse 3. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy, he's full of mercy, he's merciful, unlike this damn devil. Our power is merciful. Esau, Edom, the damn devil, the Bible speaks of, he ain't merciful. It says, according to his abundant mercy, has begotten us unto a lively hope. Hope is a goal, the plan, which is the new kingdom, to be immortal, for this place to be taken out. That's the hope. That's the plan. That's the goal. Right? Put these damn devils in chains. It says, by the resurrection of Yahawashi Mashiach from the dead. Verse 4, to an inheritance incorruptible. That's what we want. This is corruptible.
Yeah.
This shit is corruptible, man. Concrete every goddamn where. Seedless fruit, chemtrails,
Yep.
allergies and shit. We didn't have no allergies in the kingdom. Male trees everywhere. It says, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled. This place is defiled, man. Under the inhabitants thereof. The so-called white man is not fit to rule, man. He's the basis of men. A cockroach will run the planet better than this damn devil. It says, and has faded not away, and was reserved in heaven for you. There is an incorruptible inheritance reserved in heaven for you, Jake.
Yeah.
Believe that. We do. We recommend you do. One more. Verse 5, who are kept by the power of Yahawah through faith. And we are. We're kept through, we are kept through the power of Yahawah through faith. The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah.
The new kingdom.
Yeah.
You gotta see it. You gotta. The kingdom of Yahawah is on the inside of you. We think about the kingdom. We dwell on the kingdom. We meditate on the kingdom. But not you, Jake. Not you, Jakey. You thinking about how you gonna give your house to your grandkids and shit.
Yeah.
How you gonna get a new job and what we gonna do? Almost done a lot.
You got it.
1 Peter 1, verse 5. Who are kept by the power of Yahawah through faith unto salvation. Deliverance, power, provision, protection. It says, ready to be revealed in the last time. Point blank, period. You got it, Barak.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right.
But
Esau Edom, Barak.
But the just shall live by faith.
Live. You live 24 hours a day, right? We live by faith, man. 24 hours a day. We don't take a day off from this faith. The just shall live by faith every day. You got it, Barak.
Exactly. Right? So, you had these people, they'd be like, you always preaching, you always teaching, you always talking about the Lord. I mean, that's the best thing to do. That's where our mind is.
Right.
We put our affections on things above, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here. What is you always doing? Considering and thinking about the things of the world, okay? You're thinking about celebrations and partying and cookouts and festivals and holidays and all this bullshit that America, the white man, has given you. Your mindset is not on Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Get your priorities straight, man. All right? We ready to leave.
That's right.
What type of slave is on the plantation telling me, I'm ready to go pick some more cotton.
Shit.
I'm ready to go pick some more. Master feeding us good.
Yeah.
He gave us pork chop last night, pig feet
Some
last
watermelon.
Thursday. Oh, now, man, get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all niggas can't see that y'all house niggas, man. All right? Y'all caught up in this trap. We ready to go. It's time we go, man.
That's right.
All right? And we know we got to wait on Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Zephaniah 3 and 8, as we read earlier. So we're not doing it by our own means. You know, we're not going forth and grabbing guns and trying to take Massa out. We understand also that this affliction, this punishment, is what we deserve. As a matter of fact, it's less than what we deserve. We deserve death, to be honest about it. But as you just said, the Most High is merciful.
That's right.
Right? So he don't take us out off the rip, just how how the law demands that it be. Right? Look at King David. King David committed 2 actions that were worthy of death. He gave him grace. He gave him mercy. You understand? So you need to pray and thank the water Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi every single damn day, bro. Because you don't, if it was, you don't really supposed to be here right now. Okay? So the just shall live by faith. Furthermore, thinking about the kingdom. Like I said, I was mad I couldn't fly yesterday. You know, I say that
Took
to
it personal.
somebody.
You was really pissed.
I was
Bro,
pissed, I was pissed off, bro. I was pissed the fuck. I was mad. And you know, you say that to an individual
People
like,
understand.
you can't fly. What are you talking about? You'll never be able to fly. Ah, man, I was talking about my kid yesterday, and he was like, it's no superheroes. I was like, Yahawashi.
Right.
You know,
Ultimate superhero.
you know, and then hey, look at our forefathers. Look at what Samson did through the spirit and power and strength of Yahawah. Look at what David did, slaying 10,000 men, bro. Okay? Look at all the feats. Look at what Elijah did running in front of the chariot. Okay? Look at all these spiritual powers. Yahawashi feeding 5,000. All right? These are spiritual powers. We are the superheroes.
Right.
Every superhero they got is after us.
Right.
All right? Off the scriptures, man.
That's right.
All of that. That's us.
That's right.
Okay?
Right. Samson killing 700 Ethiopian Hamites with a jawbone of an ass, man. One man taking out 700
I thought it was
men.
1,000.
1,000.
1,000, yeah.
You know, one with a jawbone of an ass. One man taking out 1,000 Hamites.
Yep.
That's supernatural power, bro. How much more now in these last days when Esau come with the facial recognition drones, robot dogs, right? These silent weapons for Cold Wars, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you was upset that you couldn't fly. You know, we're under this punishment. One of my lessons back in the day, I called it we're God's on punishment with a little G.
Yeah.
So we're little G's on punishment.
Yeah. Like the elder got it's God mode.
God mode, right? So we're little G gods on
punishment,
punishment, right? Let me back that up because you said we're punished, right?
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. It shall come to pass. That's a prophecy. That's a guarantee. It shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahawah shall give thee rest. We need rest, man. This ain't no rest. This ain't rest, man. It says, for thy sorrow can't fly. Pissed the brother off because he couldn't fly, man. That's a kingdom mindset, man. A rulership mentality.
Yep.
Just the brother upset because he can't fly.
Yeah.
No, not upset because he's running late. No, I can't fly. Let's read that. Go ahead, Malak. Want to jump in?
Nah, yeah. I mean, that's because we meditating on the kingdom.
Right.
You know, so our thoughts, we stand in the spirit. We thinking of where we gonna be.
Right.
You know, we not thinking about right now. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Yeah, man.
Isaiah 14, verse 3 again. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahawah shall give thee rest from your sorrow. Can't fly. Under this damn devil's rulers. We're princes in a pit, man. We're gods on punishment.
Yeah, I saw servants on horses. Princes walking on the ground.
That's what we are, man. That hurts, man. That's one of the ultimate punishments for your father to give your enemy your possession. The Most High gave the basis of men, our biggest enemy, our whole planet, and everything in it, let alone our women. It says, give thee rest from your sorrow and from your fear of this damn devil. He get behind you, 3-day notice, pink slip, right? It says, and from the hard bondage wherein you were made to serve. We were made to handle this punishment. No other nation could go through what we went through and still be here. The more we oppress, the more we make love, the more sex we have. What other nation does that?
Yeah.
Only the Israelites, man. And we got next in rulership, according to scripture.
Yeah. The more pressure, we produce more.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful. So we can't do, hey, we don't die, we multiply.
That's
baby
right.
kids.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So going back to Ezekiel 38, starting 11, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, I will go to them that are at rest. As the brother just stated, you're not in your rest. But if you, in your mindset, think you're in a rest, then hey, you're in a sense of delusion, man. Okay, it's an illusion to you that you think that this is as good as it gets. A rest is a point, you know, you jump into bed, a place where you sleep, where you're comfortable. You know, when you go to sleep, you got the doors locked and everything and all of that, and you feel like it's good. Nobody's gonna mess with you for next however many hours that you're at rest. Okay? But you're getting messed with constantly. Bills upon bills, right? Ailments, illnesses, pestilence, famines, disease, you know, all this type of stuff. Jake, somebody is experimenting on you. Hey, it's chemtrails up in the sky right now. We're being experimented on every day. As you said with the silent wars, you know, you got quiet weapons, silent weapons for quiet wars. All right, no, quiet weapons for silent wars. That's in Behold the Pale Horse.
Yeah.
All right, you know, so Esau is coming with all these different things, hitting you with weapons that's messing with your brain mentally, the GMOs, all this type of stuff. All right, it was a study. It was in some college. It was like a HBCU, and they were running this radiation weapon from this lab, and it came out that all the melanated kids, you know, whoever was in the area of the dorm where the lab was, they were getting C's, D's, E, you know, bad grades and all that because of the technology. And then the technology was turned off and everything turned around. They began to get good grades and things of that nature. So that I believe, you know, they was testing 5G and stuff of that nature, man, because they have to test these products out to make sure they are efficient before they put it out. This 6G that they're about to roll out, they're already working on it. They already got it ready to be rolled out. Now they're doing the rollout to the public. You know, I was in the music industry for a little bit, you know, and we had to do rollouts for albums. You had an album done months prior, but then you have to shoot the video, pick the single, shoot the video, do all of that, and then you begin to roll it out, try to get radio interviews and all that bullshit, you know, so that it can have the press that it comes out. Esau does press releases on all of their deceptions. That's why they say the UFO disclosure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And
so
that new movie with Stephen King.
Oh, what is it?
Disclosure Day.
Oh, Disclosure Day. Yeah.
Saw that?
Nah, I gotta see it.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg's locking. Steven Spielberg is called Disclosure Day, revealing the changes.
I saw. Yeah. Okay. I saw
Day.
that he was shooting that. Yeah.
Disclosure Day, Slocking.
Yeah. So that's how they do. They roll it out. They've been rolling out the MOTV with all of these movies. That's a good point that the brother brought out. You know. So they've been rolling these things out to get your mind prepped for it. Going back to the music, you bring the video out to get your mind. Oh, brother got an album coming. Oh, he can shot up the video hard. The album gonna be, and then the album be trash.
Right.
That was the hottest song off that album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's Esau. So he's rolling it out to get your mind, your psyche, ready for what he's about to bring out. So these individuals are at rest because you're eating it all up, man. You know? I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, and you're not safe. You think you're safe because his words are smoother than butter, but in his heart and his mind is war. He's telling you all these safe things. You got your 401ks, you got your stocks and bonds, you know, you got all of these things piled up. Your CDs and savings and your crypto. But as you said earlier, it's going to be took suddenly. Yep. This place is going to be destroyed suddenly. But even before that, the economy is going to collapse, right? And that's happening over a gradualism. But when that day comes when the dollar is done, it's done. Who was saying that, man? I was watching, I think it was the elders yesterday. It was somebody. No, I was watching the camp. The brothers. They said, yo, you could go to sleep on Friday and everything will be done on Monday.
Yeah, well, it happened during COVID, remember?
Yeah.
Remember COVID? That weekend was the last normal weekend, was so-called normal.
Yeah.
That Monday, the whole world changed. On Monday morning was a new world.
Yeah. That's how
so it can happen suddenly. That's how quick the Most High can flip the script for society. And we prophesy the downfall of America. We want this society to collapse, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to be part of the issues and the problem, but so what? That's the opportunity to exercise your faith. Come on now. The Most High said, it shall be the time like never before Jacob's trouble. It is what it is. But he also going to endow us with power like never before. Come on, man. You got to believe that and expect that in these last days. Quit being so worried about what you think on. You know, the Most High got a billion ways to take care of us, man.
Yep.
All we need is one. He got a billion ways to provide and take care of us. All we need is one. We believe that. You got it, Malak.
Exactly. Our powerful is powerful.
Bro.
Our power is powerful, man. You know what I'm saying? So
looking forward to how he going to. We're looking forward to that, man. How he going to do it? He did it before. That's the problem. You don't read your book,
yeah.
Jay.
Nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. He provided for us then. He gonna provide for us now. You gotta believe that. You faithless fool, idiot. You got it, Malak.
People think he's sleeping or something, man. He's working every single day. He woke you up. All right, that's one thing you should first do when you wake up. All right, is pray and thank him for getting you through the night. Some individuals didn't make it through the night, man. Okay, they died in their sleep. Okay, things of that nature. So you got to thank him constantly. Be grateful. Be grateful for the little things. Jake, you've been so accustomed to getting this and getting that, you know, and you're spoiled, man. That's why it's saying that you are at rest and you dwell safely, because the American Babylonian society is a spoiled society. All right? What about when you can't go to the store and get your soft drink that's killing you? Your Mountain Dew, your Coca-Cola, your Pepsi, whatever. All right? You can't go and get that. All right? You're going to cry. You're going to bitch. Your power is out. The water's not running. These type of things. Do you know how to survive under those conditions? Do you know how to seek Yahawah and Yahawashi? So, with this society, with Esau going into, once again, him rolling out this condition, this whole thing, he has conditioned your psyche and your mental to be a weak mental. Alright? Did we talk about that last week? Nah, man, I talked about it on the round table with the brothers, that I was watching this Navy SEAL documentary on Netflix, and he said, you can be physically fit and all of that, but the physical fit ones, they, you know, that don't really matter. You gotta have a mental capacity to make it through BUDS training, through that SEALs training.
Right.
All right? Because they're gonna put you through, yeah, a lot of physical stuff, but if you don't got the mental to undergo, you know, being on the water for 10 minutes or, you know, whatever, all right, or being wetter than you ever been, all that type of stuff that they're gonna put you through, running 10 miles and all that type of stuff with all this stuff on your back, you don't got the mental to get through that, then you're not gonna make it, man. All right, and boot camp, man, I know boot camp is soft now, most definitely, but when I went, you know, it was hard, and they put us through it mentally. I came out of that like a new man.
Right.
You know, because they mentally reformed and changed, okay? Did things I didn't know I could do. So you got to trust in Yahawah and Yahawashi, and he's going to bring you through, having you do things that you didn't know you could do. As you said, all right, much wickedness coming, but much righteousness increasing. That's Isaiah 59:19. That standard shall be lifted. Yeah, the enemy is coming in like a flood, but our standard is going to be lifted, those spiritual powers.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you want something?
Yep. I got two of them real quick.
Bring it
to
out.
back you up. Philippians 2, verse 5. Let this mind. Let is an action word.
Yeah.
Let the dog in. Let me see. Let this mind be in you that was also in Hamashiach Yahawashi. See, that's having faith, belief, expectation. Now, Matthew 17, verse 17. Words it read of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Then Yahawashi answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation. Perverse, right? That's counterclockwise, right? Toward. Okay, so you're counterclockwise. You're striving against the Most High. Ding dong. You're a fool to strive against the power of the universe. You don't even strive against your boss.
Yeah.
But you striving against the Most High. Ding dong, eating swine's flesh, committing adultery, calling on Cesare, Bourget, cheese and rice. You're a fool, believing in the prosperity gospel, hoping America with a triple K get better. You're striving against the Most High. You're a perverse generation, faithless and perverse. It says, how long, Yahawashi said, how long shall I be with you? We ain't gonna be out here forever, man. the prophets of the Most High, the men of great millstone, the men of like doctrine, week in and week out, we're not gonna be out forever, man. We are the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the feet, the hands of the Most High. When he said, how long will I be with you? He's talking about his prophets as well. The family of the world is coming. Then what you gonna do, Jake? Jackie and Keisha? It says, how long shall I suffer you, man? Dealing with you niggas. How long you gonna suffer dealing with you niggas? Faithless. 2/3. Bring him hither to me. Point blank period. That's all I got. That was Matthew 17, and Philippians 2, verse 5. You got them a lot.
I want to go over here real quick, just based upon a point that you said. All right. Genesis 7. Let's see, I gotta find it exactly. I started at 6. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him into the ark, because of the waters of the flood, of clean beasts and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. There went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, as Yahawah have commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, the same day, were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the self same day entered Noah, Sham, and Ham, and Japheth, and the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark. All right, just getting to the point. Oh, right here, verse 16. And they that went in, male and female, and of all flesh, as power had commanded him, and Yahawah shut him in. Okay, the Most High is ultimately going to close the doors of this ark.
Yep.
The spiritual ark right now, which we know, all right, is this understanding, this truth. All right, and it's going to fruition into those chariots, which we're going to go into. And those doors are going to be shut. Okay, you're not going to be able to run up into a chariot, bro. All right, or jump into the beam with a brother, however it may be, you know, and get beamed up or whatever. No. Or hold on to a brother because you didn't believe. If you believe and you pray to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, and you doing what you're supposed to do, you should not have nothing to worry about. Okay, just continue and grow. All right. So these doors are going to be shut. I'm going to get Amos. All right. 8 and 11. To add to it, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. All right, we're in that constantly. We're seeing Moab banning the Bible and rewriting the Bible. We're seeing Israel, you know, ban it to an extent. We're seeing Canada do the same thing. All right, and America is coming through with it, doing the same thing, similar tactics, trying to push out the word. Okay, and as we was talking about earlier with Running Man, you're gonna have the prophets under attack. AI is growing rapidly. It's increasing ever more, and it's getting more high tech where it can paint us out here saying whatever.
Yep.
You know, that's why at the end of the day, man, we trust in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, because his will on whatever takes place. We are vulnerable. We are worms. Furthermore, so it's best that you get in this art, you get in this truth before that day comes when the words are took. As the brother said, this ministry is about to end. You know, I was watching Elder Manatazaba out there in South Carolina, like he said, we love this, yeah, we love preaching and teaching, we love pushing it out and helping our people, you know, and giving them this truth. But ultimately, bro, hey, we ready to go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We ready to go. We ready to get up out of here. Okay?
Right. Matter of fact, I got one.
Yeah, bring it out.
2nd Esdras chapter 2. 2nd Esdras chapter 2, start at verse 34. In the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras chapter 2, start at verse 34. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, Yahawashi. He shall give you everlasting rest, for he is nigh at hand. Romans 13 and 11. You're not as far spent. The day is at hand. Our salvation is nearer than we believe. That's why I'm backing you up when you said this ministry is about to end.
Yeah.
It says, for he is nigh at hand, that shall come in the end of the world. You's a fool if you don't believe we at the end, the last second of the last day. You's a fool. Verse 35, 2nd Ezra 2. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom. Be ready, man. That's another commandment. That's another action word. Be ready, man. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Why do you think we study, read? We walk, but we live by faith. What Yahawashi said, shall I find faith on earth? You damn right he gonna find some faith on earth. Yeah. Let me grab, hold on.
He gonna come back and see his work is working, man.
Hold on.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me get it. I got to back that up. Go ahead.
So, hey, you gotta constantly stay in it, right? Man, I had a point, man. It just slipped my mind. Say it again. What you say?
Second, be ready for the kingdom. Right? We gotta be ready
gird
for
up
the
that
kingdom.
loins as a man.
Right, gird up that loins
Okay,
like a
so
man.
you're girding up your loins as a man. You're being ready. You're ready to endure and go through what you have to go through. All right, and you're taking it like a man. All right, chin up, chest out. You're not bitching, moaning, crying. Woe is me, spirit.
The whole armor.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you putting on the armor of the Lord.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So, whatever challenges and things that come to you, we all got different lots. You gotta what? Pick up your cross and carry it. Any man that deny his cross, you're not gonna be able to walk with Yahawashi.
That's right.
All right, going back to Amos 8:12, and you got it.
Yep.
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahawah and shall not find it, because it's being cut off from these people. Okay? So, as we told you, to turn back right now and get the word, but you just walked by, you didn't want to listen, you didn't want to take it in. It's gonna come a time when we're not here no more. When YouTube is gone, TikTok is gone, faith, all that is gone, internet is gone. You like the internet gonna shut down? Never. All of that is gonna be gone, man. All right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you better cleave and hold on to it right now. Noah prophesied what? About 120 years ago? Okay? And nobody wanted to listen.
Right.
Noah foolish. He must be drunk.
Right.
He's talking about it's gonna rain.
Listen, but it was gift.
That's right.
All right? It's not. They talking about it's not gonna rain. It's just dew upon the grass, etc., etc. When it started, it did not stop. So when them ICBM missiles begin to crack the skies and come down, and when Yahawashi come with those chariots and begin to burn people up left and right, that's not gonna stop.
That's right.
Do you know how long a nuclear winter lasts? That lasts at least 10 years, and that's just from one nuclear bomb. Man. Now, how many we gonna get?
Say it again.
Over 200
million
nuclear warheads.
200 million.
Million warheads.
All right, 200 million, man.
And it's gonna take out what?
Take out America.
America, Babylon, and any other place that's unfortunate. All right, trust and believe that, man, because other places is gonna be hit.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, Edom, Edom is gonna be desolate. You know, now Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is gonna, Israel's gonna be desolate, but Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is gonna what? He's gonna bring it back, and we're gonna live in that land once again.
That's right.
But America, we're not gonna. Nobody's gonna live here again.
That's right. Made desolate.
Made desolate.
Yep.
Right? You got it, bro.
Zephaniah, the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 12. And it shall come to pass. That's a prophecy. That's a guarantee. At that time, that I will search Jerusalem with candlesticks, with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leads.
And the candles are the churches. All right, we out here searching Jerusalem. All right, not many show up. You know, but you have been searched, regardless if you want to accept it or not. You sitting in your cars, you walking by, you being searched right now. The Most High gave you a chance. He gave you an opportunity. Every Saturday, every Sunday, every Friday, whenever brothers go out, the YouTube, we there. You know we there. The notifications pop up. All right? You know we there. Or you pass by us and you just keep going. You know, and you want to look at some Louis Vuitton bags and some bullshit. What's going on with LeBron and all this, man? Keeping up with the Joneses. When the truth, that candle, that light, is there for you. You got it, my bad.
No, you got it. Beautiful breakdown. Zephaniah 1 verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahawah will not do good, neither do evil. And that's a lie. He will do good by delivering the hopeful elect men, the Lord willing a part of that number, and he will do evil by punishing and putting to death you two-third Jake Negro, Christian Latino, backslide out of order, faithless ass perverse generation in these last days.
So he does good and he does evil. Exactly.
He created both.
Exactly, brother. He's a balanced
That's
power.
why everybody out here is a puppet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Verse 11, you know, going back, we're going to get through this verse 11.
We've been stuck there. That led us to about 5-6 places.
I know. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest. As he said, that's you individuals talking about he's not going to do good or evil. Because what? That dwell safely. You believe that you're in a safe place. All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Okay? When you think you're safe, but you have no walls, you have no bars, you have no gates. Okay? You go back to medieval warfare, you would have to destroy the tower and the wall that's defending the city. That's what America is. You have no wall, you have no tower, you have no watchmen, or your watchmen are drunk, such as these false prophets, these TGC, IUIC individuals, man.
I believe that.
That's not bringing out the truth. They're drunk upon the wine of Babylon, the money, the doctrine, the philosophies, everything that the YT man is feeding them. They're taking it, and they're not sober. They're not vigilant, right? Verse 12, and it reads, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. You know where it is, where they won't care for the gold or the silver.
When I saved them?
Yeah, the gold or the silver.
When I saved them?
You know, the brother about to get it. The Russians, whatever nation that comes over here and the nations that's already here, they're not going to care about your gold and your silver. They're not going to care about your money. You understand? Your money cannot save you. It can't get you through Jacob's trouble. You can't buy your way through Jacob's trouble, as Revelation 13 and 16 says. All right? Free, bond, rich, poor, all right? Whatever, man. Let's get that. Okay? You're not going to be able to buy your way through these situations. Revelation 13 and 16.
No money, no gold, no silver, no nothing.
He calls them all, both small and great. So whatever your status is, all right, regardless if you homeless or you live in the Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? Rich and poor, regardless if you got billions, like you a Bill Gates.
Or zero.
All right, or zero. Free and bond, you in prison, or you out here, you never committed a crime, you know? To receive a mark, a charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads. So you're not gonna be able to buy your way, because that's a whole system that's being designed that's gonna have you buying or selling. A digital commerce type of system. And I don't get how these guys 30 years, 20 years in, you leading the camp and you can't figure this out, man. It's obviously because you paid off.
Man, I hate to use the word retarded.
They're retarded. They're back stupid.
You know, they say we can't say that word no more. That's a hate crime, I guess.
But guess what?
Yeah,
It's a word, though.
This is the book of Zephaniah. Can I start at verse 14?
Yeah, whatever, bro. You got
Zephaniah chapter 1, start at verse 14.
Zephaniah.
The point is in verse 18. The great day of the Lord Yahawah is near. Point blank, period. It is near and hasteth greatly. Coming up quickly. It's approaching, baby.
Yeah.
It says, even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahawah, when he cracked these clouds, the mighty man shall cry bitterly. These billionaire banker families and the Rothschilds, they're going to cry bitterly. The Zephaniah 1 verse 15, that day is a day of wrath. Christian backslider, 2/3 out of order family member, Jake.
True.
A day of trouble and distress. A day of wasteness and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and thick darkness. 16th verse. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities. It says, and against the high towers. And you say you got to bring down a high tower when you take it, right?
Right. Yeah. That's what Yahawashi said, bind the strong man.
That's right.
All right, that strong man, that representative of that high tower. Okay, that's why Yahawah used the words, like a mountain, hills. These are things that are set up high. High tower, that's the same, right? All right, so you got it here.
Right. Verse 6:17, Zephaniah 1. I will bring distress upon men. That's not good. I will bring distress upon men. That's not good.
But they said he would do no good nor evil though. That's what they said.
Won't commit. That they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahawah. There it is again.
The Most High.
You keep striving against the Most High. You's a fool to strive against the power of the universe. You ding dong. It says, and their blood, not their lotion, not their oil, not their water, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Here's the point. Zephaniah 1 verse 18. Here's the point. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord Yahawah's wrath. See, this damn devil really believe he can write a check to Yahawashi, King David,
and get away.
Hold on, wait, melanated God of the Hebrews.
Wait, he's black.
He's black. Maybe we could cut him a check. Give him, Lord knows how many quadrillion.
He like, get him some watermelon.
Yeah, maybe he won't take us out.
Y'all niggas gotta die, man. Y'all gotta die, bro.
Esau think he could cut a check for everything. You think you could cut a check to the Most High? Taking you out of power?
Not whatsoever.
Hell no. Let's read it again. Zephaniah 1 verse 18. Neither shall their silver nor their gold, especially your FRNs, shall be able to deliver you in the day of the Lord Yahawah's wrath. But the whole land of America with a triple K shall be devoured by the fire, ICBM thermonuclear missile fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance that shall come upon you in one day, in a moment, the loss of children and widowhood, speedy and even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Exactly.
Woo!
Going into these Ponzi schemes, man.
Heavy.
You know, these Ponzi schemes.
Your
words.
And you better break them down.
Your money has no power no more. It's a Ponzi scheme now. It's a scam. Paying you is a scam. Your money has no weight. Okay, it's collapsing slowly.
It's not gonna do nothing for you.
Actually, it's collapsing fast.
Calamity come.
Okay, so they want you to move to. You go in every grocery store now. You know, they want you to do. They have one register set up for cash. Everything else is credit. Everything else is digital. That's gradualism. They're moving you into that.
The beast system.
Okay, exactly. The beast system, right? That digital currency, digital ID, CBDC. Okay, so all of that is around the corner. And really, bro, if the money, the petrodollar is collapsing, it had no weight. What's really backing the crypto? They're just really producing money out of thin air.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
Okay?
A lot of people don't get it.
So, it's no point. It's no point, man. We working for nothing now. We going in a cycle of captivity, a cycle of pain. That's what hell is. We in a cycle of pain. All right? You're in a mindset, and we have been made free and understand what this place is. And, you know, we're comfortable in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. That's where we're putting our affections. That's why I preach every day. All right? Because we're ready to go. We can see that everything out here,
they call being prepared.
It's trash. There's no point in it. It's no point in, shoot, Yeah, we got to get jobs and things of that nature. We got to go out and provide for our families and all of that. All right? But we don't see the point in having such an amazing career and all of that. If that was the case, I would have stayed in the Navy and did 20 years, man. Right? That's not a no. You know, the Wadi Yahawashi was slowly waking me up to realize how this place is BS and that this is not profitable. That all they're doing is using you as a slave. So I want to go over here.
Slavery.
Yes, indeed. You had chattel slavery, where it was rigorous and laborious like that, and now you have labor slavery, where we working employees and all of that, and now it's about to move into digital slavery, all right, and all above.
They're controlled.
That's what a totalitarian government is, absolute control of the private sector and the public sector. That means your vital signs. What does Harari say? He wants to implement chips in you, all right, to track your vitals. They want to have surveillance of the skin. They want to know how you're feeling every single second, all right?
And why?
You know? Furthermore, Klaus Schwab said they should own nothing and be happy. Those are totalitarian statements, man. Mm-hmm. Own nothing and being happy, meaning they want to control everything. You own nothing, they want to control everything. And that's going into, furthermore, a UBI, Universal Basic Income, where they're paying you $2,000, $3,000 a month. All right, as long as you got that, as long as you got that chip.
Yep.
Exactly, as long as you got that chip, you know what I'm saying? And hey, like the Running Man, they're gonna what? They're gonna, I believe it, they're gonna do these game shows where they're killing people on the show.
As we speak.
You know, because hey, the gradualism of it all, yeah, Squid Games and all of that. The gradualism is they gave you, I remember I was a kid watching Big Brother. You know? They gave you these type of games. It's easing you into that. We're watching people play a reality show.
Reeling you in like a fish.
Reeling you in like a fish. Exactly. So they're giving you more and more different type of games. Survivor. Oh, you watch the Beast game. Mr. Beast, he got like his show.
I don't think I hit him. It's on YouTube.
Nah, it's on Amazon Prime, but
Mr. Beast.
yeah, he's like their mascot, man.
Okay.
But he has a show.
Pussy boy.
He has a show called Beast Games, and he just humiliates people, got them doing whatever, bro, for money. You know, and they doing it. You know, and it's going into like
Fear
Running
Factor,
Man,
eating
Fear
balls
Factor.
and shit.
Yeah.
Eating balls and walking on hot
Exactly.
cold dumbass.
Modern day killers.
Exactly.
Eating
So
feces and shit.
all of that is showing you that the Babylonian, the American, they'll do whatever for a little bit of change. It's all right, do something strange for a little bit of change. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Fear Factor, you're doing something strange for a little bit of change. Beast Games, you're going out here humiliating yourself, doing all this for a little bit of change. All these flavor of love, all right? I love New York. You remember them shits?
Yeah.
That's weird, bro. All right, but Americans, the gradualism is you just like, oh, it's just another reality show. No, bro, this shit is weird, man.
Real.
It's weird. Okay? And that's the society that you have been adapted to. You are accustomed to it now. And it's ultimately gonna go into real life Squid Games, real life Running Man, where they're really killing people in real life. They did it in Rome in the what? In the Colosseum, right?
Right?
They'll do it again.
Like the Olympics.
Okay? So, hey, getting Psalms 83. I'm gonna start at the top, and unless you got something, you bring it up.
Go ahead.
Starting at the top. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. All right, so they're out here, you know, and they're moving forth with their master plan. They're showing themselves to be who they truly are. Esau does. He's gonna get to a point where he no longer cares that you know that he's the devil. He's no longer trying to hide it, man. All right, he's out here standing boldly
On the front line.
and seeking who he may devour as a lion, as the scripture states. He's coming down with great wrath, Revelation 12 and 12. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So now that we're waking back up, they want to do it once again. Okay, they want to stop us coming back and walking, all right, in those living bodies now. We're standing upon our feet. They want to cut that off, but it's not the Most High's will this time for us to go back into captivity. This is the last captivity, the final captivity, the final time that we will ever see Rome in power, right? So whatever they imagine, whether the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing, whatever they imagine is going to be destroyed. These devices and inventions that they have planned for us, such as all those weapons you talked about earlier, you know, man, they got that the sound wave weapons, the stuff they used in Venezuela, all that type of stuff. Hey, that's gonna be used upon them. They're doing it to their own people. It's not really gonna affect us. Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi is gonna get us out the way. Okay? But if you're foolish enough to be in these large crowds and assembling with these individuals and protesting and doing all of that, then hey, fall for it.
Go.
Okay? You're still living in the world thinking that you can change something via voting and protesting. None of that matters.
Yeah, because what the word say, it's inevitable. What's the word I'm trying to use, man?
Yeah, it's inevitable.
It's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's all for an appointed time. It's going to happen.
That's right.
It's going to take place.
Right.
Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. What do you see at these nations, such as the UN, right, the G20, the G7, the WEF, all these different type of summits? You see a lot of Edomite nations and different nations coming together, all right, to be confederate. And really, we are the problem. They want to come against us because they all know who we are, okay? So they're coming up with ways
And they scared.
to bring in this beast system
They're
and how
scared.
to implement it. Klaus Schwab said it's time for a great reset. We can't miss this great opportunity,
You hear that word
Right?
reset?
this time frame. He said this is the time frame. This is it. Yeah, we don't have another time frame. So they're moving forward. That's why they came with Project or Agenda 2030 and Agenda, you know, it's kind of moved to Agenda 2025, which they're in full force in. ICE, digital ID, okay, all of this. They're rolling it out very quick because they have but a short time. That great wrath.
And that Agenda 2030 is not going to start in 2030. By the
Yeah.
time it's 2030, if we make it that far,
ain't making it
they
that
want to
far.
already be rolling. That's their plan. Yeah, they're not. They want it by 2030 already rolling.
Yeah,
Their
it's
plan.
we already in it.
We're already in it.
Like we already know, we already in Jacob's trouble.
Right.
It's only gonna heighten and intensify.
That's right.
Okay? You see Jacob out here struggling, and for the rest of the world, it's known as the Great Tribulation. Okay? So we're already in that Great Tribulation. I mean, did anybody see a rapture beforehand?
Right.
So that myth is already destroyed,
Gone.
right? Y'all Christians still here?
Y'all bamboozled?
You know what I'm saying? They still here. Hey, we had a Christian come up to us before camp. He gave us all these Bibles. You know, he said, you can pass these out. You know what I'm saying? You want one, bro? You want one?
And me not know, man. Me not know if I want.
It's a New King James. No?
Hey, brother, I'm going to ask you. I know you guys men of God. I don't want to pass nothing in my hands, man.
You want a
You
Bible?
good, you good.
want
It's a Bible.
You
You
got
got
one
it.
in your backpack?
You got one?
Yeah.
You got a Bible in your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
don't
got
worry about
the
it.
King James.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was listening, man. I'm very careful.
Yes, sir.
No,
yeah.
no, your
Most
point's gonna
definitely.
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very careful.
That's good. You already got a Bible, so you good.
Yeah, you good. You
Yeah.
good.
And one thing I truly believe, we told me it's written in Hebrew.
Right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I can ask him a question. He talks to me.
Right.
Whether it was the Bible, a sign, trees, animals, rivers. You know, I to the Most High, man. But
But
hey,
the
but
the
tell
word, make sure you.
me.
I'm gonna get you one. It's Isaiah 34:16. Key out of the book of the Lord and read.
Which is scriptures.
No one, yes, sir. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them. So this word ultimately is the prophecies, the wisdom, the understanding, the Can you get 2 Timothy 3 and 16?
Yeah.
You know, the inspiration, the stories.
Hey, now you read that Bible?
Yeah, KJV. Yes,
No,
sir.
not the one you showed me.
Oh, nah, New J. Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't mess with that. Yeah, I was just saying if you need one. You know. I mean, it hits, but it goes off at certain points.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, because
You
most
know.
I say, I know man have their fingerprints all over these books.
Yeah. And we can touch on that a little bit.
Yeah.
So, you ever heard of the 1611 KJV?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
King
most.
James Version.
Yeah, that's the most accurate. That one has 80 books in it with the Apocrypha.
Oh, the other 77 that was left out. So it had the Book of Maccabees?
Yeah, the Book of Maccabees.
Book of Thomas?
No, not that one.
Okay.
Not Enoch, not Thomas,
Enoch,
not Adam
none
and
of
Eve.
that.
None of that.
Okay.
So I'll read. I'm gonna go over the books which is in the Apocrypha for you real quick.
Okay.
You got First Esdras, Second Esdras,
I heard
Tobit, Judith, additions to Esther, Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach, that's also known as Ecclesiasticus, that continues Ecclesiastes, Baruch, all right, and Baruch is Jeremiah's scribe. So he was writing for Jeremiah. Letter of Jeremiah, the prayer of Azariah, Susanna, Bel and the Dragon, prayer of Manasseh, First Maccabees, Second Maccabees. Right? So that's the 14 books that was left out. Yeah, well, they was in the 1611 KJV, but they were took out around the 1800s.
From the modern day scholars at the
Yeah,
time.
modern day scholars, yeah. What was it? Hey, it's actually called, I can't remember the council right. It's not the Council of Nicaea, but yeah, they took it out. Bible Destruction Group, the water. Yeah, so the Bible Destruction Group, they came around the end of the 1700s, early 1800s. They took out those books and they also added Jesus. When in the 1611, it would have been Iesus, which in the Greek means he saves. And that's how we go back to Yahawashi. In the Hebrew, Yahawashi, he saves. So they added Jesus, which basically means earth dung, earth dirt, earth pig, right? You know, so they added that. But hey, Yahawah did it for a reason, because if an individual is diligent, they would go into that name and they would understand that that's corrupt, that's tainted, right? You know what I'm saying? So those 14 books were took out. They would have been in the KJV 611. It would have been 80 books total. You know what I'm saying? 80 books total.
Hey, man, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I might be going out the concept that we were talking about. And the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Dead Sea Scrolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're accurate, but the thing is Esau added, like he would say the Book of Enoch is a part of the Dead Sea Scrolls and things of that nature, but no. So he took that opportunity and he added like the Book of Thomas, Book of Adam and Eve, you know, Book of Mary, all this type of stuff. He added and said all of that.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle coming together, man.
Yes, sir. So, you know, I'll get oh, you got that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bring it up.
2 Timothy chapter 3. Salaki, this is because it's torn on my page in my Bible.
Oh, God.
So this is the NIV, Salaki. I didn't want the NIV. Let me.
I'll get it.
Yeah, Papa Shaw.
So this is 2 Timothy 3 and 16, and it reads, all scripture is given by inspiration of power, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
So, read that again, Papa Shaw.
Verse 17 or both?
16. Well, yeah, both of them. Yeah,
this is 2 Timothy 3 and 16 and 17. All scripture is given by inspiration.
Right, through the Holy Spirit, right? The Rakak Kodash. Go ahead.
Of power, and is profitable.
So it helps. It's profitable. It adds, increases. Go ahead.
For doctrine.
The correct doctrine. Not Catholicism, not Christianity, not Seventh-day Adventists,
The correct
not
doctrine.
Muslim, not Jehovah wickedness, you know, not witchcraft, not sorcery. Go ahead, Malak.
For reproof.
To reprove you. We need to be reproved, bro. Go every day under this damn devil's leadership. Go ahead.
For correction.
You got to be corrected. That's the problem with Jake. A lot of people don't like to be corrected. A pilot, as he's flying, he's always making adjustments as he flies. And you know this, when that ship is moving, it's always making adjustments.
So you got to keep correcting itself. So we got to continue to be corrected ourselves through the Spirit. Go ahead, Malak.
For instruction and righteousness.
Right, instruction. You need to be instruction to be instructed. To build something, you need instructions. So in order to be built into this man the Most High wants you to be, you got to be instructed through the Holy Spirit. Go ahead, Malak.
That the man of power may be perfect.
That's right, perfect, mature, complete. See, when you're perfect, you're mature, you're complete. You got it.
Thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Thoroughly furnished unto all good works in these last days. Fire.
Yes, indeed. So that's why, you know, whatever situation you're going through, you can go back and read certain scriptures. What individuals went through, our forefathers. All right. Look at how Samson ended up having a problem with women. All right, Delilah doing what she did. Look at how Solomon fell for women, went into ideology. You know, ideology. So these type of things, you have examples set. That's why the scriptures also says we have a more sure word of prophecy. The Spirit has been poured out. We can now tell you what those arrows are in Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Those are ICBM missiles. Okay? We understand what that glittering spear is now. That's an ICBM missile. You know, so all these type of things we can recognize now.
And everything.
You know, so it's, as you said, the puzzle pieces coming together. It's coming together complete because now we can read the Bible completely, and we have the breakdowns, which is given by our elders, and we understand it. We got it.
Hey, just another question, man.
Yep.
As far as in Revelation, I think it was John the Revelator. He said, "We shall let them know." He said, "Just hold it." I know until my time.
Oh, you mean when the 30 minutes of silence, basically, or don't tell them this? I know what you're talking about.
Real quick, let me back up that 2 Timothy 3, verse 16. This is Hebrews 4, verse 1 and 2. My point in verse 2, backing up that 2 Timothy 3, verse 16. Let us therefore fear. Okay? You must have fear of the Most High Yahawah, lest a promise being left unto us enter into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. You see? So that's how important the scriptures are. It has to be mixed with faith in order for it to profit you, and correct you, and reprove you, and instruct you. You got it a lot.
God, this is Revelation 10:2-4. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea and his left foot upon the earth, and cried with a loud voice as when a lion roared. And he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. So it's letting you know, if you got the Apocrypha, you could go to what is it, Sirach 3 and 20, 21. All right, everything we have an unction to know all things, meaning an anointing to know all things that's pertaining to our salvation. All right, we don't know the day when Yahawashi is gonna come. You know, we don't know everything in that sense, but we know what we need to according to these scriptures. So it's another situation where this kind of happened is in the book of 2nd Esdras, where it was like, he wrote like 100 and something books, you know, but we only got a certain amount of those books. Okay, we didn't get all of those books. So it's been like the book of Jasher. Okay, that right now Esau is giving you that book, but that's a false book. It is a real book of Jasher. Wow. Okay, it's a real book of Jasher, which is a book about wars and things that we went through. But we don't have that book. So we don't have that book. We'll have that book in the kingdom. You know, we'll be able to read it. So Enoch may have wrote a book, you know, but we don't have that book. Right. Right? We'll have that book in the kingdom if he did write a book. Right. Right? So those books that Esdras did not give to us.
When it get revealed.
Right. Yeah, it'll get revealed when it's time. Right now, those 80 books that we have, that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? You got that
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 3, I'm gonna start at verse 19. Many are in high place, and of renown,
but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Verse 20, for the power of the Lord Yahawah, Bashem Yahawashi, is great and is honored of the lowly. We're the lowly, we're the meek, the Israelites. Verse 21, seek not out things that are too hard for thee. Point blank period. We'll read that again. Sirach 3, verse 21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know how Esau is like talking about he's going to Mars and he's doing all of this. He ain't doing all of that. But he's trying to give you this information. Alright? He's talking about the dinosaurs with millions and millions of years. No, it's not, bro. Alright, dinosaurs, you know, those type of creatures was around during the time of Noah. Okay? Right. So Leviathan, that's a dinosaur. That's being preserved to come out, you know, at that time period. So, you know, those type of creatures was not around millions of years ago. The earth, according to the Bible, is about 12,000, 13,000 years old.
Oh.
Okay? That's it. Ain't no millions of years old. So Esau be trying to tell you all of this. He trying to have you seeking all of this, you know, and it's foolishness.
That's why he said, don't let no man deceive you.
Yeah, let no man deceive you by any means. Exactly. Right. So, you know, what I said earlier is just focus on those 80 books, what you need for salvation. You know, we don't need to know just, all that foolishness, you know what I'm saying? We'll know everything in the kingdom pertaining to all that. We'll know how the chariots go from dimension to dimension. We'll know, you know, we'll understand how the Most High did all of that. Right? Right now, we have what we need. You know what I'm saying?
It is right here, Barak. Very next verse. Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 3, verse 22 in the Apocrypha. But what is commanded thee, the 80 books, think thereupon with reverence.
Reverence, understand.
For it is not needful for thee to see with your eyes the things that are in secret.
Exactly.
In other words, it's not meant to know everything.
Not right now.
What was commanded of these? We got to keep these commandments. We got to do what our king told us to do, lead them to the marriage. That's the necessary point.
He's going to reveal it at a certain time.
Yeah, I don't,
It was meant for you to know.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I don't know, just to listen to you guys.
Yeah, he pours out the Spirit, not all at one time. We didn't learn it all in one day. So he gives you what he needs you to know at a certain point in time. Yeah. Like he woke me up, I was around 28, 29. You know what I'm saying? If he would have woke me up earlier, like 18, 19, I would have had to go in the military knowing the truth. It would have been a harder time for me in a sense. So I had to be woke up at that point in time. He had to send me around the world to go, to see this type of stuff. And now I can take all of my experiences and I can equate it.
80 years old.
Yeah, whatever time. You can wake a man up whenever. You know? So it's you know, it's a such thing as age, but it's also spiritual age. So you wake up and then you're born again.
You're both.
Yeah, you come in as a child. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about your age or how long you lived on this earth. It's about when did you wake up, and then you begin to grow and you begin to learn, and you know you be anew.
And look, man, it's good that I'm getting this information because I got grandsons, granddaughters, and I want to leave them something as far as what I know. You know, I don't want to be blind in this world.
Yes, sir.
You know, and like you said, it's good. You know the scriptures, you know the word. I feel it's my responsibility. I'm talking about my babies. You know what I mean? To leave my legacy and to teach them.
I understand.
You know?
So, you know, as the scriptures say, a righteous man is known by his kids, right? So, you just do the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? You give them the names. You know, you give them the understanding. Maybe give them the page. All right? You know, at whatever age they at. You know, tell them we out here, etc., etc. All right? You try to lead them to the truth, but we're not trying to force it.
Oh no.
Or nothing like that.
We don't.
Yeah.
As parents, I feel we have a responsibility to teach them. Thank you, man. Took the words right out of my mouth. took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm not expecting you to know this. I'm just asking. What's the name? What's God's name?
I heard so many names. I've
What's
heard.
the name that I call? Because you've been out here before.
Yeah,
What's the name that I call him?
Yeah, I want to say it, man, but sometimes it's
Here it is
just
right
right
here.
here.
This is the
Yahshua.
name.
Yahawashi.
Yahawah.
Yahawah. Yahawah.
You
He
see it?
is.
Right. Here it is right here. Look, read it.
Yeah.
Yahawah.
Yahawah. He is.
And this is the son.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
He
Rashad.
is. You got a shot?
That's who you pray
He's
to.
safer.
Now listen. Say Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Say Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
That's who you pray to. Say it again. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yahawashi. That's who you pray to. One more time. Yahawah.
Yahweh. Yahawashi.
That's who you pray to. Okay?
And,
Not Cesare Borgia.
Yeah.
Not Yah. Not Yahshua, Yahuwah. It's Yahawah and Yahawashi. You got it?
Yeah.
Not all these false names, they coming.
Yeah.
As you just said earlier, the
Hey,
devil...
because I did not prepare the other name. Somebody gave me something and said, what's in the name? This what's in there? Elohim, right? It's true or not?
Huh?
El Nisi.
No, none of those.
Uh-huh.
Not no El Nisi,
No
not
L.
Shaddai.
No one L.
I just
Nice.
told you.
But I
Yeah.
know, man. But I'm just saying what I heard.
No, but
No,
That's what you heard. You
There's no
gotta.
more of that.
That's
No,
why I said.
that's
What
why
I
I'm
say, you
going.
gotta be reborn.
Yeah.
Coming in as a child. What does the child know?
Bro, I'm just saying what came into my ears, and I'm asking y'all questions. You know what I mean? You know, because at the end of the day,
It's all deception at the end of the day.
yeah.
That's what it
Look,
is.
look, and that's why I was asking.
Can you get 2 Corinthians 14:34? Water.
Hey, just because I heard this, that don't mean I follow it.
I know. Okay, that's good.
You know what I mean?
Because, and this is what I'm gonna emphasize is you gotta subdue. You gotta all that. Look, I grew up in church. I went to church Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, twice on Sunday. Went to church.
Likewise.
19 years of my life. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I was church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to subdue all that. I had to throw all that away because we learned the wrong way.
Yeah, but I'll just ask questions, man, because a lot of things that come in my ear, I'm not finna gravitate. You know what I mean? Like I say, we all hear when y'all was preaching today, everything's like a puzzle, you know. But I still have questions. You know, just 'cause I heard this,
Yes, sir.
you know what I mean?
All right. But
Yep. Second Ezra 14, verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding, see, subdue, put under your own understanding, which you had already unfortunately learned, and reform your hearts, which is your mind, you shall be kept alive, and after death you shall obtain mercy. Go ahead.
And this is Ephesians 5:26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Right.
So going back to the word, the Bible. This is why you must read the Bible. All right, you must stay in this word to be washed, to be cleansed, and you must get the proper and correct breakdown. That's coming from the true men of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. Not all these individuals out here that's just saying whatever names and different doctrines. Yes, that's strange women. That's wine. All right, it's gonna destroy you. It's gonna manipulate you, and it's gonna toss you, you know, left and right. Oh, what's that?
To
To and fro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be tossed to and fro like
Like a ping pong
Elohim,
ball.
right? I used to say Elohim, but that's Elohim. When we come to the proper Hebrew, it's Elohim. So, and there it simply means Allah, power. Okay, so Allah is power. All right. So
that's the question I was trying to go to.
yeah, I got you. So when they say Elohim, they don't understand. It's ignorance. In Hosea 4:6, people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And then furthermore, because they reject knowledge. Now, you ain't rejecting knowledge because you're taking it in, and that's great. You know, so you gotta take it in, bro. You done came out here a lot. You should know the names. You
Every
know.
time, hey, bro, you know,
know.
hey, we
I
up here
know.
preaching, nigga. You know, I'll stop
Yeah.
every minute.
So you
I know. I know the man of
whatever
God.
you take, you gotta take the names. Yahawah and Yahawashi. You know, I don't care if you don't remember none of the
Yahawah and
scriptures.
Yahawashi.
Right.
Yahawah and Yahawashi. You know, you gotta remember them.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's a burrito.
I'm for real, man.
Roll it up.
This is James chapter 1, verse 6 and 7. But let
James
him
1,
ask
6
in
and 7.
faith, nothing wavering.
Nothing
For he that
wavering.
wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. Verse 7. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord
Wow.
Yahawashi. 8th verse. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Wow.
See, two heads is a freak.
Wow.
So you got, double-minded, doubt.
Double.
You don't want to have
Yeah,
doubt.
Say the
D-O-U-B-T.
same thing. It didn't say nothing.
D-O-U-B-L-E. You don't want to have
Right.
doubt. You don't want to be double-minded. Yahawah and Yahawashi. Point blank period. Nothing more, nothing. You hear other people talk? I hear you, but I don't hear you. It's
Right.
Yahawah and Yahawashi. These young brothers told me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And I kind of get that because I'm not gonna lie, man. I read a lot of documentaries, a lot of things in the Persian Empire and the Greek Empire and the Babylon Empire and modern day Babylon. And
What's modern day Babylon? Yeah,
right
exactly. Exactly.
Now, I got to back up to that Psalm 83.
Oh, yeah.
You brought out.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
That's what we stopped at. We
Yeah.
was doing Psalm 83.
Yeah, I was at like verse 5.
Right. Backing up Psalms 83 is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha.
King Solomon.
Start
right?
from the top. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 verse 1. Backing up that Psalms 83 in the Bible. Have mercy upon us, O Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, power of all. And behold us,
He said, have mercy.
and send your fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Those are enemies. In Psalm 83. Lift up your hand against the strange nations and
Plural.
let them see your power. 4th verse. As you was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. 5th verse. And let them know thee as we have known thee. Alashah, Yahawah, Yahawashi. That there is no power but only you, O Yahawah. Almost done. Show new signs. Make other strange wonders. Glorify your hand, which is the angels, and your right arm, which is Yahawashi. That they may set forth your wondrous works. So the Most High is going to double team Esau and the other nations with his hand and his arm. With that whole right side of him is about to knock these other nations out.
Yeah. It's a reference.
The hand of the angels and the arm is Yahawashi. Isaiah 53 proves that the arm of Yahawah is Yahawashi, and Psalm 91 proves that the hand is the angels of Yahawah. It says, show new signs and make strange wonders. Glorify your hand and your right arm, that they may set forth your wondrous works. Raise up indignation, stir up some shit. That's that tumult, but on the right hand side. And pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Point blank period. Well, I'm almost done. It says, make the time short. Now it's hasting it, right? It says, remember the covenant that you made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and let them declare your wondrous works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Verse 10, smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. That was Sirach 36 of the Apocrypha, backing up Psalms 83.
Part of that oppression is these names. that they're giving. These ways. You know, the language. Because they destroyed the language. You got to catch a bus?
No, I'm gonna go hustle, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, man.
All right, brother. Nice to meet you, man. What's your name again?
I'm Derek.
My name is as well. That's my government name.
That's my government name. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's the name of the Father and the Son?
It's right here.
Yeah, right. Yahawashi.
No, right here.
Yeah.
Let's read it.
Yahawah.
And Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
All right.
Yahawah and Yahawah. You got a phone? You want to record it on like a voice message?
I got you in here.
Yeah, you got me in there. Yeah.
I be following you, man.
You following, but are you watching?
Yeah. I do, man. You know,
Because I say Yahawah and Yahawashi at the
Yeah.
beginning of every video.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't mind to kick it. I'll be different.
Okay. Hey.
It's okay to nip. Just don't get too faded.
Yeah, don't get too faded.
But I'm just being honest, man. I don't like to kick it. Man, you know, every time you out here, boy, you know I'm gonna stop, boy.
Yeah, man. And you know time is running out. You know, you got to know the names, brother. It's almost over. You know Trump coming down. He coming down heavy.
Oh, yeah, man.
He coming down heavy.
And I be watching him, right? Not watching him follow me. I just watching him just to see people on my current events.
Yeah.
To know what's going on. Somewhere in Matthew.
Yahawashi.
He tells us, watch out for these signs. That's right.
Yeah.
When you see these things, know that I am coming soon.
Wars and rumors of wars, pestilences.
Everybody, why do you be listening to that? Why do you be listening to that? I'm not going to be ignorant out here.
I got one kind of go back to the proxy. Psalms 55. Psalms 55, start at verse 9 through 11. Going back to the proxy wars and the Ponzi scheme. Psalms 55, verse 9 through 11. Destroy, O Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, and divide their tongue. For I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. So these Ponzi schemes, these proxy wars, mischief and sorrow is in the midst of it. Verse 11, Psalms 55. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. And that's what proxy schemes and those proxy wars and Ponzi schemes are. Deceit and guile.
Yeah.
Deception and lies. You got it, Barak.
Yeah, that's it. I want to get Revelation 6, 5, and 6. And when he had, and the caption is the third seal, famine. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So a penny is representative of a day's wage, which is, you know, in America, it's about $150, $200. A man's day's wage, you know. So that's going to be the price of bread, eggs. That's how bad it's going to be. You see the oil, all right? I mean, the gas, the oil, all of that is $6.30.
I don't know if you guys hit to this. They stopped making pennies at $2.25.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's more so talking.
Deleted.
Yeah, because they're moving into the digital. You know what I'm saying? But the point of this is talking about inflation. All right, stuff is going to be inflated to a point of hyperinflation, where it's going to be, man, you're going to walk in, you can buy one item because it's like $50 and you got to go. Maybe
But
2
you
items.
have a penny.
You know what I'm saying? It's not actually talking about pennies. It's, because back in the day in Rome, you got paid with what? Like a coin. You got paid with like a gold coin or a silver coin. So that's what it's talking about. Thinking about, they write it in their terminology. They didn't have no pennies with Abraham Lincoln on the head back then. You know what I'm saying? They writing in their terminology.
So what do you guys think about the niggas believe right now?
That's just moving into the digital currency. Dollars, all of that is going to disappear. Nah, I'm pretty much on that.
Okay.
You got it.
Proverbs 20, verse 17. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man,
Bread of deceit.
but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. But my point is in verse 17, Proverbs 20, verse 17. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man. That man is Esau, Edom, a so-called white man. But afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel, ICBM thermonuclear missile, hellfire gravel. Proverbs 13, verse 11. Start at verse 9. Proverbs 13, start at verse 9. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. His proxy wars, his Ponzi schemes shall be put out. His deceit, his mischief, his lies, his guile, his deceit shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contention. This devil's full of pride, therefore he's contemptuous or contemptuous. It says, but the lamp of, no, Slakia. Proverbs 13, verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. Here's my point, verse 11. Proverbs 13, verse 11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. He gets wealth by proxy schemes and Ponzi schemes and proxy wars.
Vanity means nothing, right?
Right, useless, no good. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. You got it, Block.
Yeah, so this YT man, everything he's took, everything he got, right? He's stolen. He's been abandoned upon the earth. As the scriptures talk about him in Genesis being a vagabond, man. He goes forth, and well, he's that fusion, right? So look at every single continent. Australia, he went, took it over. Africa, he went, took it over. Europe, he took it over. Okay, America, North America, South America, he took it over. All through the sword, all through blood. And he took their resources, all right? He didn't earn none of that.
Identity.
Those are not their lands. Yeah, he took their identity, right? He earned none of that. Where's his land? It's in Jordan, all right? The land of Edom, Seir, Petra, the Edomites, the so-called YT man. All right, now I want to go to Isaiah 56 and 1, and we're checking the time. But we had 2. No, we can begin to wrap it up. How long you got?
Yeah, I think I got a little bit more. Yeah, we can.
Isaiah 56 and 1. Thus saith Yahawah, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. All right, and that's what we're holding on to, man. Yahawashi is about to come. It's about to deliver us. It's almost that time. We're not giving up at the end. We can see the finish line, okay? And we just know, man, we just a couple more steps, right? This race is getting windy, you know what I'm saying? It's coming hard, but we're still pushing through that storm, literally and figuratively, man. You know, verse 2, blessed is the man that doeth this. So the man that girds up his loins, as we was talking about earlier, and stands as a man. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the son of man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Shabbat from polluting it and keeping his hand from doing any evil. Today is the Shabbat, okay? But you got these foolish individuals. They would tell you it's only Friday to Saturday, but it changes according to the moon cycles. You heard about that? That the moon is, you know, the skies is how we're keeping the time, the clock of everything, right? So the new moon is signifying a new month, right? Huh? Nah, it was Saturday to Sunday. gonna make me double
Let's
check.
go. It's all good. You want this? You almost done with that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get
Okay,
some
good,
word.
good.
Yeah, it's Saturday and Sunday, bro.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, because I did a lesson this morning and brothers was saying Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, got you.
All right.
Okay.
All right, verse 3. Neither let the son of the stranger that have joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi have utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. Okay, individuals that may be separated across the world, you know, no matter where you're at, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi can bring you to this thing. So don't lose your faith. Don't lose that understanding. Just because you're going through this, or this challenge seems extremely hard, you're feeling like a stranger, you may not, you know, we're all gonna come in at different times, right? But hold on and keep pushing and keep those names. Verse 4, for thus saith Yahawah, unto the eunuchs that keep my Shabbats and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant, even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall be cut off. You know, I'm gonna get the rest of that, but you got what you got.
Keep going, Barak.
God, so that everlasting name, how you said you want your sons and your daughters to, you know, get this truth and all of that. You know, the reality of things is our kids and our daughters and our mothers and our fathers, they may not be the ones that's gonna get it. Okay, you may be the only one chosen out of your house to receive this truth and to hold it and to keep it. And then ultimately you'll bring your kids and those back in the kingdom via reincarnation, regeneration, by producing. All right, you'll bring them back. You'll bring your mother back, your father back, your grandma, your granddad back.
You answered
Okay?
my question, man.
Because that's great. And that's why you come to the prophets. Because the Most High might have only deemed you to get it. Okay? You may have that, what's that called? Agape love, that your mother get it, your father get it, and all that. But you can see that the Spirit ain't giving it to them. They're still calling upon cheese and rice, JC, you know, they still doing the holidays and these feast days. When
paganistic.
Yeah, paganistic. When you giving them the days. Man, I was watching, like I told you, I've been watching Supernatural. I'm on season 3 right now, and they had an episode about Christmas. And one of the dudes, he went into it and he said, nah, Dean, Christmas is actually a pagan ritual full of pagan gods. And then they had to fight these pagan gods in the show. And I was like, yo, Jake, that shit was hilarious, man. You know? So it's too much information out here on this BS.
Yeah.
But our people still want to serve and worship.
And that's why I don't take a lot of it in. All it is information to me. You know, I ask God questions. So he reveals them to me.
Who is the secrets revealed unto?
Huh?
Who is the secrets revealed? Can you get Amos 3, 6 and 7? Who is the secrets revealed unto?
I don't know, man.
His servants.
Yeah.
His servants,
That's
man.
why I ask questions.
The prophets.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I ask questions.
Okay. And that's good.
You know, if I come here,
Yeah.
I ask questions. If something I don't understand, we know all me. If I don't ask you, I'm gonna ask God.
Yes, sir. And that's good because in your spirit, it's got you to come here, you know, over and over and to ask. All right. And 99, these people ain't doing it. You know, they just not. They just don't care. They caught up in their nice cars and their job and their house and their wife and their kids and they're complacent in this and they thinking that this is their rest when it's not. You know, they're stuck. They're stuck like Chuck.
And the Most High, he said, the reason why you don't know, because you don't ask.
Right.
You talk to everybody
You
else.
have not because you ask not.
Yep. You bring it up.
Amos chapter 3, verse 6 and 7. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Apparently.
Because we that trumpet. All right, we that trumpet out here sounding. We crying aloud, sparing none, like a trumpet. Isaiah 58 and 1. So these trumpets are sounding. People think it's actually going to be actual trumpets in the sky. No, man. We're delivered by what? By the 7th trumpet. We're delivered before that. Okay? These trumpets are sounding. The horsemen are riding. Esau is on his red horse, bringing death. That black horse, which is famine, that's coming. So these horses are riding.
if not already here.
To back up there, Amos real quick, 3 verse 6. Joel 2 verse 1. Blow your trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, that all the inhabitants of the land tremble. So when you hear that trumpet, you're supposed to get nervous. For the day of the Lord Yahawah cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Back to Amos 3 verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahawah has not done it? Verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahawah, Yahawashi power, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Exactly.
Point blank period.
So he's not coming up off his throne.
His servants, the
The
prophets.
prophets. Yahweh's not jumping off his throne. Yahweh is not leaving the Father's right hand to come down here and talk to anybody or do anything. Yahweh is not coming into that appointed time. Alright? And furthermore, when he comes, he's not talking to nobody. There ain't no talking, there ain't no treaties, there ain't no sitting down at no table. Hey, let's discuss this. Y'all can rule this.
No round
and I rule. Ain't no round tables. Ain't none of that. This is the round table. Right? This is the council. As it states in what's that, Proverbs in 1? You know, around 20 going downward. So this is the council. So if you refuse the council, I put that analogy together like you gotta rebuke. I said this early in the live I did today. Rebuke yourself, that's A. Then P is the prophets. You go to the prophets and if they have to rebuke you, then that's P. Then Y is Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. When he rebukes you, it ain't no talking. It's death. It's the second death. It's that judgment. That's how he's gonna talk to you. Because he already tried to speak to you by revealing it to you, and you knew it was wrong, but you didn't want to take it. Then he sent you to the prophets. They told you it was wrong, but you didn't want to take it. Now, he's gonna handle it. And he comes in, he ain't doing no talking. So when Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi visits, it's not a peaceful visit. Going back to this. Yeah, judgment. You know, when he visits, hey, thunder and lightning, all of these type of things. Verse 6 in Isaiah 56. Also the sons of the stranger that join themselves to the Lord to serve him and to love the name of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi, to be his servants. Everyone that keepeth the Shabbat from polluting it and taketh hold of my covenant. Right? So we were strangers, we was Gentiles. We joined to serve Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. Yeah, we was Gentiles. Because like we said earlier, we grew up in Christianity. So we was calling on Jesus Christ. Is that the right name? No. And for a time period in 2021, when I was beginning to wake up, I was calling on Yahweh and Yeshua for about 6 months until I found Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was the name. So I was still a stranger until I got this truth, man. So we was calling upon false gods because Yahweh goes back to Baal, the Edomite. It goes back to this Edomite guy with this big ass nose. You can look that up. Look up Yah, and it goes back to.
I'll be watching. Like I say,
you watch documentaries, yeah. You can find it. It'll go back to what's his name? Quos. The big nose Edomite. Quos.
I was thinking probably Quasi.
One of them is out here.
But it's Quos. I believe it's Quos.
Okay,
yeah, he has a big nose, looking like an Edomite. He got like horns in his head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's Quos. I believe so. But it's that goes
like a left-hand side guy. What is it?
Yeah, it's just type in the Edomite guy, and it'll pull it up.
Yeah.
So that goes into the name Yahweh. So when individuals call upon that name, they're worshiping a false god. Okay? Or Baal, basically.
Baal, yeah.
Yeah, Baal, basically. Same like Santa Claus and all of that goes back to Moloch. You know, that's a false god.
I heard that.
That's the Canaanites god where they used to sacrifice their kids to the altar.
Yeah,
You bring it up, Quos? You saw the big ass nose. He looked like a small head. Yeah, he got a big ass nose. All right.
With a small head.
So,
hey, brother. I'm gonna get going, man.
That's him. Yep.
Always good hearing y'all, man.
All right. We about to wrap it up. You ain't got no time.
Yeah.
We got about 10 more minutes.
He's supposed to come, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta go. It's the weekend. These buses be running strange, man.
Yeah.
They run every 2 hours.
All right, man. We'll be back out here, not next weekend, but the next weekend.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next weekend, we'll be over there by Winco.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a corner right here.
Yeah.
But CBS.
Yeah, nah,
right
that's
in.
where the elders be at. We out here this week, right? Yeah, we'll be there Saturday with the elders. Yeah. And that'll be at around 3.
Yeah.
But then on Sunday, we'll be there around 11:30. Do it at 11:30. 11:30 at Winco.
Right.
Around the corner from that spot.
Man, you know, I love hearing from God, man.
Yes, sir.
I truly believe you guys are servants.
Hey, you recognize his voice, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice to meet you,
All
brother.
right, yo, man.
Have a good one.
Shalom.
All right, brother.
All right, getting a little bit more of this. Verse 7. Even them will I bring to my Isaiah 56:7. Even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar. For mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people. So he's going to gather our people from all over the planet. Okay, that was in the midst of these proxy wars and Ponzi schemes. In the midst of this digital currency, this digital system, this beast system. All right, so hold on, as the first verse states, hold on, okay, through whatever we're going through. All different countries, you know, whatever, you know, crosses to carry, but we have to hold on. Your lot is not the same as another brother's lot. Your cross is not the same, but it's all got a unique sense of value to your life. This brother may deal with a financial woe. This brother may deal with ailments. This brother may deal with the plague of the heart. You know, these type of things, man. All right, demons may mess with these brothers. All right, you can't compare your life to his life because your life is different. His experiences are different from yours. Okay, the heart don't look at the lungs and be like, I can do your job better than you. You know what I'm saying? So we all come together, you know, under the right and correct doctrine, the right understanding. So this is what the Yahawah is going to do. He's going to bring us to the holy mountain. Verse 8, Yahawah power which gathereth the outcasts of Israel, saith, yet will I gather others to himself, besides those that are gathered unto him. All ye beasts of the field come to devour, yea, all ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which never have enough. Going back to that point you was bringing out about earning. Esau's watchmen are they're dumb dogs. They don't understand. And then furthermore, if you join and align with this devil, you've made yourself like a dumb dog. You're walking in ignorance, arrogance, haughty, all right, high-minded. All these type of adjectives that you're taking upon yourself. These are Edomite ways, Edomite tendencies. Yea, they are greedy dogs which you never have enough. Insatiable. You brought yourself to the point of being like a female. Insatiable, man. You can't never have enough. Babe, I want to go on this trip. Oh, and no, now I want to go over here. Now, we just went here. But I want to go over here. When? Like I said, America is spoiled. Sit your ass down and relax, man. Okay? Just wait. Jake don't know how to sit with themselves. They don't know how to wait. They don't know how to relax. That's actually, I was on Instagram and they said that's the greatest things of the mind. Not getting up and working out. Those things are good, yes. But actually being able to sit in silence. Jake can't do it. Nobody can really do it, you know? We can do it. Sit and meditate. Sit and read. Sit and just think. Be metacognition. All right? Thinking about your thoughts. Okay? That's going to help you get through these things. Yeah, I'm going to finish this chapter up and you got it. You know, it's only 2 more verses. All right, verse 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough because you're so busy. You're always busy. You want to do this and do that, and do this and do that. You don't know how to sit down and chill and relax. All right, man, I go outside and just sit. It's a demon, yeah. I go outside and just sit on the porch and enjoy the air. It's beautiful. All right, I sit in my hammock and just enjoy the sun and just relax. All right, just that's it. You know, just relax, just think. Right? Be with Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Just talk to him. He's supposed to be your best friend. You can't just come and talk to your best friend. Are y'all really friends? Yeah. Alright. They are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. Jake always looking at how they can get something up out of you, man. You know, if you ain't providing, if you ain't paying for the ticket, especially these bald-headed bitches, man. These women these days talking about, yeah, my time costs. It costs to hang out with me. It costs to be around me. You done took on the mindset of Esau, man. Well, you charging in that sense. You was a prostitute. You a harlot. But that's written. That our women shall be harlots in the streets. Okay? So you're falling into that. You don't have to be that. All right? You could be an elect woman of Proverbs 31. But you would rather fall and take the easier route. Verse 12. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink. And tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. Bringing it all the way back to what you said with the pleasure. You're caught up on this pleasure. Jake don't want to go through pain. But you got to go through pain, stress, strain, anxiety, all that. It's the refinement. Going through the hard path. Okay? To get through that straight gate, exactly. To get through an easier life, man. All right? A better rest. So we have to go through that straight gate to get to our rest. Right now, if you don't want to go through that and you want to take on the easy way, you want to hit the easy button and sell out, run the Esau, all right? You know, it's many different ways you could sell out. Okay, it's not just 501(c). A lot of you individuals are selling out by teaching incorrectly. Okay, unless you're teaching incorrectly, like ignorantly, you know, and you'll take the correction. If you don't take the correction, you still teach, then you selling out, because you aligning and helping the devil further this delusion, man. You know, so when you do something, make sure you do it properly and correctly. That's all I got, bro.
Okay, yeah, we took the back of what you just said. Then we want to throw it after this. Words and read of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi, Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 and 14. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many that be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Right? So that was Matthew 7, verse 13 and 14. That led me to Acts 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples. That's what we're doing. And exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahawah, point blank, period.
Much tribulation. So that's much pain. That's that great tribulation. Just that precept right there tells you it ain't no pre-tribulation rapture. Through much tribulation, you must enter into the kingdom. So where you going if you pre-trib? What? That makes no sense, man. It takes pain, suffering. We have to be persecuted. Those that suffer with Hamashiach, right, shall eventually be joint heirs. Okay? So you gotta, the servant is not greater than the master. All these things equal up to you have to go through suffering, tribulation. All right, those birth pains, these type of things that we're going through right now. You know? And that's why, as we said, gird up thy loins like a man. Prepare thy mind. Because this ain't about who's physically stronger or none of that. The feeble shall be like David in those days. So you need to prepare thy mind, prepare thy spirit. Build up thy faith. Build up thy knowledge. Build up thy love of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. This is a labor of love. And Yahawah is not quick to forget it. So these works that you do, the videos that you put out and produce, these things are remembered. And they're held to you. Every idle word shall be judged. So you need to move with the faith that the works that you're putting out is going to get you through. And the faith that you're keeping is going to get you through. So in these challengers positions, when the YT man troops over here, troops over there, I'm like, hey, Yahawah ain't gonna let it in right now. Whatever it be, it's gonna be. So we willingly get down on the ground, put our hands on the back, and hey, wherever y'all gotta take me, take me. You know, my power is greater than your power. We ain't scared of your little ass Jesus Christ, boy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah, that's it, Barak.
yeah, hey, we gonna take it out, man. So, hey, the water, this has been a conclusion of another street preaching. We gonna turn to the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, Ba'ashim, Yahawashi, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash.
As always, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. Shalom, shalom. All right. Keep the faith, brothers and sisters. Keep the faith. Shalom.
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 The water for listening.